Year after year, in rugged real-life conditions, the Polaris Ranger has proven it's the hardest working, smoothest riding utility vehicle you can buy. Get ready, because it's better than ever. Introducing the next generation of Polaris Rangers. The new 2009 Ranger 4x4 500 EFI, Ranger 700 XP, and all-new Ranger HD Heavy Duty. They have new styling, greater protection, new ergonomics, more comfort and storage, easier steering, and more adjustability for work and play. Whether you're comparing them to earlier Ranger models or the competition, the conclusion is the same. The new 2009 Ranger is the hardest working, smoothest riding utility vehicle ever built. Everywhere you look, the new Ranger is harder working. Up front, it has a sleek new design that combines high-performance looks with heavy-duty protection. A new upswept double-tube bumper deflects branches and trail debris. Headlights are recessed as an extra safeguard from rocks and branches. The radiator and front differential aren't just protected, they're fully armored. And there's a big central tow hook and dedicated tie-down points for moving and trailering. This is the best protected Ranger ever. Inside, the new Ranger cab is designed with work in mind, featuring more elbow and leg room, tilt steering, and tons of in-cab storage. Throughout the cab, we paid attention to every detail. Ranger already had a comfortable bench seat with seating for 3 people. The new Ranger features a completely new recessed seat with side supports and an angled back for superior car-like comfort. The pedals are repositioned for better control and long-distance comfort. The parking brake has been relocated, so it's easy to use from both inside and outside the cab. And new, fully adjustable tilt steering makes it easier to get in and out and creates a customized ride for drivers of all sizes. This is the most comfortable Ranger ever. Check this out. Last year's Ranger already had class-leading in-dash storage. The new Ranger, over 2 times more storage with a huge glove box and 4 in-dash compartments. Total volume, over 1,700 cubic inches. That's up to 46% more storage than the competition. Plenty of room to keep all your small and mid-sized gear handy while working, hunting, or riding. For the ultimate in storage, the new Ranger XP and Ranger HD add a removable storage box under the seat. This is the most storage in a Ranger ever. Ranger was already the easiest to steer. Now it's even easier. 50% easier in 4-wheel drive. That means far less effort when riding over rough terrain. Want the ultimate in steering for plowing and hauling heavy loads in nasty terrain? The all-new Ranger HD has variable assist power steering, just like your car or truck. Think about it this way. Earlier Rangers required 2-hand steering. The new Ranger, 1-hand steering. And the new Ranger HD, 1-finger steering. This is the easiest steering Ranger ever. New styling and front-end protection, new more comfortable ergonomics, tilt steering, greater storage, and easier steering. All this on top of Ranger's legendary hard-working features. Like class-leading top speeds up to 50 miles per hour, on-demand true all-wheel drive for the ultimate in traction, a 1,000-pound box capacity, the exclusive lock-and-ride cargo system, and the industry's highest towing, up to 2,000 pounds. This is, without a doubt, the hardest working Ranger ever. Ranger has been the smoothest riding utility vehicle for over a decade. For 2009, we replaced the McPherson strut front suspension with a dual A-arm design for the smoothest ride in Ranger history. The first thing you'll notice is that steering stays smooth and consistent, with no jarring at the wheel when riding over bumps and ruts. Better than previous Rangers, and way better than the competition. Ranger's new dual A-arms are also fully adjustable for work or play. They have spring preload adjustment that lets you dial in the suspension for recreational riding and light-duty work. And when the work gets tough or the terrain gets rough, they have motion ratio adjustment. 2 upper shock mounting points, also found on the rear shocks, let you dramatically increase suspension stiffness. Stiffen the rear suspension for hauling heavy loads over nasty terrain. No other utility vehicle on the planet has this level of suspension adjustability. Ranger also leads the industry in suspension travel. The new dual A-arm design delivers 9.6 inches of travel up front, up to 90% more than other vehicles, while Ranger's legendary independent rear suspension provides a full 9 inches of travel in the back. With long suspension travel comes high ground clearance. Ranger already had 11 inches of ground clearance. The new Ranger has 12 inches. And loaded with 500 pounds, it still has an incredible 10 inches of ground clearance, the highest in the industry. That's more than some vehicles have totally empty. And more ground clearance means less worry about slamming into rocks and stumps when you're working, hunting, or riding. Add it all up and you have the smoothest ride ever on a Ranger or any utility vehicle. Here's an industry first. The all-new Ranger HD is the first utility vehicle with self-leveling rear shocks, eliminating rear-end squat when carrying heavy loads. Put up to 1,000 pounds in the box. When the Ranger HD starts moving, the self-leveling Nivamat shocks start working, lifting the box to near its unloaded height. That maximizes ground clearance, so the ride is smooth and balanced whether the box is empty or fully loaded. This is the highest loaded ground clearance in a Ranger or any utility vehicle ever. The smoothest riding utility vehicle just got smoother, and while the competition is catching on, they're far from catching up. This is the new Polaris Ranger, the hardest working, smoothest riding utility vehicle you can buy, period.